It's small, hard, and comes at people fast. I'm not talking about your little pecker. I'm talking about guns. With 4 pounds of pressure on the trigger, it can pierce through any human body. But why aren't they scary in anime? If all anime directors took guns into consideration, it could elevate a decent or good series into an outstanding one. When writing a script, you need to take everything into consideration or the story will feel hollow and just unrealistic. There's a 81.6% chance that your favorite anime character can't dodge a bullet. Think about it. What's stopping a villain with a sniper on top of a building from completely blowing the main character's brains out? The answer is simple. Nothing is stopping them. Except plot convenience, aka lazy writing. Guns have existed for over 1,000 years, and even long before that. There's around 18,000 to 21,000 animes ever created. Funny enough, most of them actually take place in an era where guns exist. Then again, I'm not saying every anime needs guns. It's just blatant that they ignore it because it's less of a headache when writing a story. When everyone in the series is armed, chaos isn't just possible, it's inevitable. But what if I told you the gun dilemma can actually be solved? There are 2 animes that use guns effectively. By effectively, it'll get your heart racing and really make an intense atmosphere. More importantly, you'll definitely be shocked. In Jujutsu Kaisen, there's evil curse spirits that grow stronger on negative emotions. However, the Jujutsu sorcerers have one job, and that's to kill all of them with curse energy only. If a sorcerer dies by a gun or anything that doesn't involve curse energy, there's a high chance they come back as a vengeful spirit. There's rankings for spirits based on strength, and the vengeful spirit is classified as the strongest, so you don't want to deal with that. Hence why we don't see guns as often in JJK. A modern day story with a simple explanation that makes the story well-rounded and, more importantly, logical. It also solves the issue for characters that clearly can't dodge a bullet. This can even create a stronger plot because it happened to Naoya Zenin when he arrived at the Zenin headquarters. Everybody he loved and cared for was dead. He was too weak to get revenge. Luckily for him, someone killed him, but with no curse energy. He came back as a vengeful spirit and rained hell on everyone. Also, this doesn't help the cursed spirits because, in fact, having a strong maniac on the loose will just ruin the plans. There's another instance with Mai, who is a sorcerer that uses a revolver. If you didn't know, all revolvers have 6 bullets, but the revolver that she owns is different. It has 7 bullets, and that last bullet is coated with curse energy. The anime directors took the use of a gun from being completely useless to effective in a clever way. She would purposely act like she has no hope, but that final bullet was her savior. It created suspense that had you on the edge of your seat, wondering if she would even live. Next was when Riko was crying uncontrollably, and she was sharing her feelings to Geto with how she found the true meaning of life. She talked about wanting to be happy and making new memories, really getting all the viewers at home like me and you at an emotional state. But as she put her hand out to solidify this next chapter of her life, an unexpected bullet pierced through her head. It's something that nobody could have predicted. There's a reason why it broke the internet and went completely viral. All of the JJK characters use curse energy, swords, and weird abilities to fight, but using a simple tool enhanced that entirely moment. That scene could have been directed entirely different. It could have been Toji fighting Getzo, and then Riko somehow dies in the crossfire. Then Getzo gets even angrier, showing more strength. But no, from a girl who is purely happy and tears of joy pouring down her face, to the same girl dying within 5 seconds. We got an even more passionate reason for why Getzo needed to kill Toji straight from the beginning. The execution was arguably flawless. Chainsaw Man. Denji is a 16 years old teenager who's in $300,000 of debt, which was left by his dead father. He was betrayed and killed. However, Denji was reborn into a devil with monstrous powers. Devils in Chainsaw Man are meant to be evil, but but Denji is unique and can control his abilities and motives. The story follows the typical shonen routes with intense action, but realistic situations that all humans can relate to. A teenager who wants a better life and is willing to go through hardships. But on episodes 7, 8, and 9 is where the story went from good to peak. Makima is a mysterious and manipulative woman. She threatens to kill Denji if he disobeys her. But on the bright side, she promises a sexual relationship. Well, that's not so bright the more I think about it. But long story short, she's one of the main characters and a lot of people want her head. And not that type of head, I mean killing wise. Episode 7 is where we get more information on the Gun Devil and how dangerous he truly is. This devil is one of the main villains that is legit made of guns. How will his entrance be? And is he going to be scary or just show up and start shooting a bunch of people? The episode continues with a dinner where everyone bonds and shares secrets, giving us more character development and possibly foreshadowing a greater future for each of them. From this point on, it looks like nothing could even go wrong. In episode 8 is where Makima is off to a meeting. She enters the train and sits by the window. She's quietly talking to herself about how she hates going to this meeting. Everyone on the train lowers their heads, and exactly 5 seconds later, a gun is pointed behind her and another in front of her. 2 bullets, 2 directions, piercing her skull. From a peaceful scene to one of the MCs being dead? I'd argue it's nearly impossible to predict this outcome. It looked like an innocent scene of a woman traveling to a business meeting. It gets even more terrifying. The Gun Devil organized an attack on everyone from the dinner in episode 7. When guns exist in a story, having peace 24/7 is impossible. There should always be a constant fear of death. I mean, it all makes sense. They're fighting devils, and just like most anime, they're fighting some evil villains. We don't always need a crazy sword or magical fight. With a proper story build-up and unpredictable suspense, the show becomes far more engaging, since you'll never know what's going to happen next. What do you guys think about guns in anime? Maybe I'm delusional with my take, but look, we need more guns, cause we know damn right that chainsaw episodes in Jujutsu Kaisen made the story so much better. If you subscribe to this channel, my character nose gets longer, and like the video if you enjoyed it. Thank you.